Winterfell is the ancestral castle and seat of power of House Stark, and is considered to be the capital of the North. It is located in the center of the northernmost province of the Seven Kingdoms, on the King's Road that runs from Storm's End to the Wall. According to legend, Winterfell was built by Brendan the Builder, who was aided by giants after the Long Night ended 8,000 years ago. Maesters believe it was built in pieces over different eras, since the ancient Starks did not level the ground and plan it as a single structure. For most of recorded history, Winterfell was the seat of House Stark, the kings in the north and later Wardens of the North, after King Torrhen Stark bent the knee to Aegon the Conqueror and his dragons. During the wars between the Kings of Winter from House Stark and the Red Kings from House Bolton, Winterfell was burned by Kings Royce II and Royce IV Bolton of the Dreadfort prior to the Andal invasion of Westeros. Winterfell is a huge castle complex spanning several acres and protected by two massive walls. There is a village outside, the Winter Town. Let us explore Winterfell in detail. The Great Keep is the innermost castle and stronghold of the castle complex. It was built over natural hot springs to keep it warm. Its walls are made of granite. It is connected to the armory by a covered bridge. From a window on the covered bridge, one can see the entire yard. The Great Hall is used for receiving guests and the place where the household would dine together, including the Lord of the House. The Great Hall is very large. It is made of grey stone and has wide doors made of oak and iron, which opens to the castle yard, whilst a rear exit leads to a dimly lit gallery. Inside it can hold 8 long rows of trestle tables, 4 to each side of the central aisle, and can seat 500 people. There is a raised platform for noble guests, and the walls are covered with banners. The small sept was built for Lady Catelyn Tully, a Southron, by her husband, Lord Eddard Stark. The first keep, a squat and round drum tower, is the oldest surviving part of the castle, but is no longer in use. Around it lies a leech yard, where the Kings of Winter would lay their loyal servants. The keep has gargoyles atop it. Maester Kenneth determined it was built after the Andals arrived. The Broken Tower, also known as the Burned Tower, was once the tallest watchtower in Winterfell. Over 140 years ago, a lightning strike set it afire and the top third collapsed inward, but no one bothered to rebuild it. It stands behind the old inner ward. Crows nest atop the Broken Tower. The ancient godswood of Winterfell has stood untouched for 10,000 years, with 3 acres of old packed earth and close together trees creating a dense canopy which the castle was raised around. At the center of the grove stands an ancient weirwood with a face carved into it, standing over a pool of black water. Across the godswood from the heart tree, beneath the windows of the guest house, an underground hot spring feeds 3 small pools with a moss-covered wall looming above them. The godswood is enclosed by walls and is accessed by a main iron gate or smaller wooden ones. The glass garden is a greenhouse heated by the hot springs, which turn it into a place of moist warmth. It is used to grow fruits, vegetables and flowers. The Crypt of Winterfell, located near the first keep, is where members of House Stark are buried. The underground crypts are long and narrow, with pillars moving 2 by 2 along its length. Between pillars stand the sepulchres of the Starks of Winterfell, the likenesses of the dead seated on thrones, with iron swords set before them to keep the restless spirits from wandering, the snarling direwolves at their feet. Crypts are located deep under the earth, cavernous and bigger than the complex above ground. They are accessed by a twisting stone stair at a huge ironwood door that lies at a slant to the floor. The stair continues below to older levels, where the most ancient kings in the north are entombed. The bell tower is connected to the rookery by a bridge. The bridge is covered and runs from the 4th floor of the tower to the 2nd floor of the rookery. The maester's turret is located below the rookery. The library tower houses the library at Winterfell. A stonework staircase winds about its exterior. The guards' hall is in line with the bell tower, and further back the first keep. Winterfell is defended by 2 massive walls of grey granite with white moat between them. The outer wall is 80 feet high, while the inner is 100 feet high, with a white moat between them. There are guard turrets on the outer wall and more than 30 watch turrets on the crenellated inner walls. The great main gates have a gatehouse made of 2 huge crenellated bulwarks, which flank the arched gate and drawbridge that opens into the market square of the Winter Town. The east gate leads to the King's Road. The King's Road Gate may be another name for the same gate. There is a narrow tunnel inside of the inner wall stretching halfway around the castle, allowing travel from the south gate all the way to the north gate without interruption. The Hunter's Gate is a gate located close to the kennels and the kitchens. It opens directly onto the open fields of the Wolfswood, so people can come and go without having to cross through the Winter Town. It is favored by hunting parties. The Winter Town, so called because it lies mostly deserted during summer, is where small folk gather in winter. It is located outside the walls of Winterfell. Its market square is filled with wooden stalls for merchants, while its streets are muddy and lined with rows of houses made from log and undressed stone. Less than 1 in 5 are occupied during the summer, but they fill up once winter arrives. The King's Road, which runs east of Winterfell, sits beyond the Winter Town. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, subscribe to my channel to be notified when a new lore video is released. Thank you again and see you soon.